Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. It's Mr. Irwin. We're ready for a new topic today. If you notice at the top of the screen, we will be studying exponents in today's lesson. So grab a sheet of paper so you can work through some problems with me. Also, calculators are permitted from here on out. So if you want to grab a calculator to help you with some of these calculations, feel free to do so. So right at the top, we have a big number with a little number up in the corner. And this entire term is called a power. The bigger number is called the base. And with an exponent or in a power, that base is the value that is going to be repeatedly multiplied over and over and over again. So with a base of 2, that means I'm going to multiply by 2. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. How many times am I going to multiply that base 2? Well, that's what the little number tells us. That's called the exponent. The exponent tells us the number of times the base will be used as a factor. So in this power, we would read this as 2 to the third power. Because my base is 2, that means I'm going to multiply 2 times itself 3 different times. So if I write this out, my base, 2 times 2 times 2. My base is 2, so that's the only number being multiplied, and I'm going to multiply it times itself 3 different times. 2 times 2 times 2. Now you can work this out on your head, or you can grab a calculator. 2 times, let me turn it on. 2 times 2 times 2, and that gives us a result of 8. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. So we would say that 2 to the third power equals 8. All right, an exponent or a power is a way to show repeated multiplication without having to write it out. So in this example, we have 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. And I don't want to solve this. I don't want to simplify it. I don't want the answer. I just want to rewrite this in exponential form, which means write it as a power. To do that, you need to determine what number is being multiplied over and over and over again. In this case, it's a 4. So 4 will be our base. That's the bigger number at the bottom. Now, the exponent in our power will be how many times 4 was multiplied times itself. 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different times that we multiply 4 times itself. So our exponent will be 5. And in exponential form, as a power, 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 would be written as 4 to the 5th power. All right, let's do one more example here. Please do it together with me on a sheet of paper. In this expression, we have 8 times 8 times 8 times 8. And again, we don't want to simplify it. We just want to write this as a power. What does this look like with an exponent? So starting with the base, what value was repeatedly multiplied over and over again? Well, it's an 8. The base of our power will be an 8, and then the exponent will be how many 8s were multiplied together. There were 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So my exponent is 4, and my final power, 8 to the 4th power. All right, let's go the other way. Let's take a number or a value written in exponential form and now write it in expanded form. Expanded form means what would this look like as a multiplication problem? So I'm going to start with my base. My base is 3. That is the number I'm going to repeatedly multiply. That should be the only number I'm writing down in my multiplication problem. Now, how many 3's do I need to multiply with? That's what my exponent tells me, and it is a 3. So I need to multiply 3 times itself 3 different times. So I should have 3 3's. 1 times 3, that's 2, times 3 is 3. So in expanded form, 3 to the 3rd power, 3 times 3 times 3. My base was 3. I repeatedly multiplied that value, and I did it on 3 different occasions for my exponent of 3. I also want you to simplify this once you've written it in expanded form. So 3 times 3 times 3, you can work it out on your own, or if you want to pop in your calculator, that's cool too. 3 times 3 times 3 gives me 27. So 3 to the 3rd power equals 27. All right, let's do another example where we take a power, in this case 5 to the 7th power, and write it in expanded form. The base is 5. That is the value that I should be multiplying over and over and over again. It should be the only number I see in the multiplication problem. Now, how many 5s do I need? Look at your exponent. Exponent is a 7. That means I need 7 5s. 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There should be 7 5s in your multiplication. And then again, we want to simplify this. 5 to the 7th power. Probably definitely want to pull out a calculator for this. 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. Let's make sure I have them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You should get 78,125. If you want to check your expanded form real quickly and you have a calculator that does exponents, like this one, you can type in the base, which was 5. And then to get this calculator, this is a TI-30XS multi-view. To get this into exponential form, you hit this little button over here. It looks like an arrow pointing up. It's called a caret. You hit that, and you notice your cursor goes up into exponential form. And then you can just type in the exponent, which is 7. So we have 5 to the 7th power in there. And then hitting enter gives us the same result we got when we multiplied it in expanded form. All right, guys, I got 4 powers on the screen for you to try on your own. 2 to the 4th power, 6 to the 3rd power, and 12 to the 5th power. And then a challenge, 4 to the 3rd power, all raised to the 2nd power. Pause the video, work these out on a separate sheet of paper, use a calculator and simplify them, and then come back to check your work to see how you did. All right, let's see how everything went. Number 1, 2 to the 4th power. In expanded form, that would be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, because we need 4 2s, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then if I work that out on a calculator, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, I should get 16. 2 to the 4th power equals 16. Number 2, 6 to the 3rd power. In expanded form would be 6 times 6 times 6. And then when I multiply that out, 6 times 6 times 6, 216. 6 to the 3rd power equals 216. Next, 12 to the 5th power in expanded form. 12 times 12 times 12 times 12 times 12. I'm going to double check, make sure I have 1, 2, 3, 4, all 5 of them. I'm good to go. And now let's simplify this in my calculator. 12 times 12 times 12 times 12 times 12 gives me a final answer of 248,832. All right, and then the challenge, if you attempted it, what we're going to do, we are going to do the exponent or the power inside of parentheses first, which is just 4 to the 3rd power. And that would be 4 times 4 times 4. And when you calculate that, 4 times 4 times 4, I get 64. And now 64 becomes my value that was in the parentheses. So I'm going to take that 64, and now I need to raise it to the 2nd power. And so when I write that in expanded form, it would be 64 times 64. And if you simplify that on your calculator, 64 times 64, you should get a final answer of 4,096. Go ahead, complete the independent practice assignment on exponents, take a picture of your work, and upload that file for submission. See you guys next time.